Live? Okay. My name is Darrin. I'm with Business Education Compact, and we are a nonprofit organization that's been around for 30 plus years, and I have actually been with the organization close to 5 years. And what I'm here to do is share with you a little bit of a program that we implemented about 4 years ago. And what BEC does is we connect local business to local schools. And in what that frame, when I started with the BEC, we received some funds from ETIC, which everyone is very familiar with ETIC. And part of that, the funding source for ETIC was to work with our National Engineers Month program, which you guys may be familiar with. Every February we connect with local companies and their employees to go into local classrooms, K through 12, during the month of February. And when I started with BEC, I went to several of those classrooms and identified that most of our volunteers were Caucasian males that were going into the classrooms. And thanks to the funding of ETIC, we were to identify diverse volunteers, primarily female engineers, to go into classrooms. And through that funding source, we actually had Joe Shiro attend. We had a diversity committee. And this diversity committee was made up of several of the business industry folks. And what could we do to identify a diverse volunteer force or to go into local classrooms? Well, through the conversation of that committee, we decided, well, let's flip that around a little bit. Let's look at actually schools that need it most, students that need it most. What are those students and how do we define those schools and those students that need it most? And so I worked with math science. You may be familiar with math science. And we came upon a plan of identifying high free and reduced lunch, low math and science scores of local elementary schools. And through that program, we decided we were going to pilot in that first year and identify 4th and 5th grade classrooms, because research shows as early as 3rd grade, students can identify that they are starting to lose interest in math and science. So how could we develop a program that we engage industry folks into 4th and 5th grade students to get them excited about math and science? So through that pilot year, we had 3 companies that decided they would be interested in working with us. And that was IBM, Vernier, and Daimler. And thanks to IBM, we considered those 3 partners as our founding partners, in which we engaged them to train their employees, anywhere from 16 to 25 employees, to go into these classrooms. And part of that training was how to be engaging with a 4th and 5th grade students, because through our National Engineers Month program, we had many volunteers that went into classrooms. As many of you know, sometimes engineers are not comfortable going into classrooms and sharing with students their interest in math and science. So thanks to math science and some other partners, we trained these volunteers how to go into multiple visits. So the premise behind this is, where could we get those volunteers to go in multiple times? So we call them engagements, 4 engagements. So those 3 companies, we asked them to have their volunteers go in 4 times. So the first time is where the volunteer would go into a 4th, 5th grade classroom, and they spend about 45 minutes, and what they would do is say, I have the coolest job because I get to work with math and science every day, and guess what I get to do? And so they were to inspire and incite these 4th and 5th grade students to learn more about math and science and how it's applicable to what they're learning in the classroom. And so the second visit is we tied an actual activity to the state standards, and we trained the volunteers how to be engaging with that activity. And through that activity, they had an opportunity to engage with both the teacher and the students in the classroom. And that was about an hour, hour and a half of engagement. And then the third activity is where they could actually work with the teacher, or they could have something that was tied into their industry. So say, for instance, Daimler, what they would do is they'd bring in their big truck, and they'd have the students go around and learn a little bit about the truck and the industry, about the technology behind the truck that they design. And then the 4th visit is where we'd actually have the company support the school on a larger activity. Maybe it's a back-to-school night, a math night, or a science night. So through those 4 connections, we have developed a community partnership with a local company. So like Daimler supports 3 schools now. We're in year 4. They're working with Rosa Parks, Peninsula, and Bridgeport Elementary on Tiger Tualatin. And that's very exciting to see them grow and learn that their employees can be impactful in the community. And then Vernier works with Bose Elementary, and IBM works with Beaver Acres. So now fast forward, we're in our 4th year. We now have 18 schools. We are going statewide next year, thanks to support from the Oregon Department of Transportation, in which we'll be having 2 schools in Southern Oregon, 2 in Salem, and 2 in the Portland area. And many companies have become more engaged in this, and I kind of like to shout out some of the companies that have really stepped up to support us. I mentioned Vernier, ODOT, Daimler, Acumed, IBM, First Tech Federal Credit Union, FEI, ESCO, Eaton, Fortis Construction, which is exciting because we're now getting into the trades. So thanks to Associated General Contractors, this year we're actually going to work with some schools in Northeast Portland through the construction industry. Also Black & Veatch, Blumac, Portland General Electric has been a fantastic partnership with PG. Real huge shout out to PG this past year. They really highlighted their connection to Bridger Elementary, and I'd love to, I wish I had a video, I could share the video that they had. They had their, what do you call it, Larry the Light Bulb came in the classrooms, and these 4th and 5th grade students really enjoyed that. Port of Portland is going to be one of our sponsors this year. Really exciting to have them on board, and Bureau of EPA is going to be joining us as well. So we're really excited about the growth. We're looking to next year have a total of 30 schools participate in the program, and it's all about capacity, making sure that when we deliver these activities, we are really training these employees to go in the classroom to be engaged. But also, in our 2nd year of program, we received some funds from the Oregon Community Foundation to do a pre and post evaluations of students' attitudes and interests towards math and science. So we are happy to share those results with you. You can go to our website and learn a little bit about that. But what we really found out through that research is students that really shared with us that they were less interested in math and science, by the end of the school year, they showed a huge increase of interest in math and science. So we're really excited about that opportunity. I'll be brief. We also have another program similar. We have an internship program. And as an organization, we are actually going through a whole new rebranding strategy. So we are working with students that need it most in our internship program. We piloted a program last summer, and we're doing it again this summer. We worked with the Beaverton School District and identified previously homeless students and providing them opportunity during the summer months to get an internship to get them that work experience. Really excited about that and growing that program this upcoming summer. And what we do is we work with some variety of companies to train them, to get them prepared for work experience during the summer. So a little bit about us.
Thank you, Darrin. So we heard from ASE and BEC and now GPC. We're really good with acronyms.